and welcome to the podcast. I'm Marisa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you like your podcasts, not mature themed. Damn, I nail this every time I do it.
Yeah.
Then head on over to her very own podcast, Unlocked, where they talk to people about things and they don't swear.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I assume. I feel like we'd have heard if they did.
Yeah, I mean, someone probably would have been like, hey, did you guys know you guys are lying?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like that might be something that would be said. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue who they've been talking to. I'm not going to lie to you. So, they talk to people about things and stuff.
Yeah, I've been very ignorant of the goings-on lately, so.
Yeah, pretty much. So, what are we going to talk about today, sister?
Today, we're going to pit game against game in an all-out, drag-out brawl.
Yes! That almost worked. I liked it. We are going to pit game against game. Someone on our Tumblr, let me go find their username. Actually, it was anonymous? Yeah, it was anonymous. Never mind. They get 0 credit.
0 credit.
No credit for you, anonymous person. They wanted us to go through a bracket debate. Pit game against game until we came to a final...
Knockdown, drag out. That's what I was trying to say.
It is what you were trying to say. Come down to the best game, on its own. Not just our subjective favorite game. Yeah? So, we instead of trying to, be, it feels like so many of those bracket things are, pitting things against each other in a way that's, beneficial to a certain one. So, we just went chronologically, and we're just going to do that. Sound good? Sound good.
Yep.
Yep. So, we're just going to start. Secrets Can Kill against Stay Tuned for Danger. I think that one's pretty easy. Because Secrets Can Kill is terrible.
That is true.
So, are we saying Stay Tuned for Danger?
I am definitely saying Stay Tuned for Danger. That it took a huge leap from Secrets Can Kill to Stay Tuned for Danger, so...
Yeah,
good job, guys.
The puzzles are just so much better, and the plot is existent, for the most part. So, and the graphics are better. So that's good too. And no switching CDs,
Yeah, that's a swell concept.
So, honestly, I don't think there's really a contest between Secrets Can Kill and Stay Tuned for Danger.
No.
To be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Message in a Haunted Mansion versus Treasure in Royal Tower. What do you think about that one? That one's harder.
It's a little harder.
That one's hard because it's the first one we played versus the first one we finished.
Mm-hmm.
So nostalgia goggles are on.
Yeah, exactly. And, logically, I know that, as I have said, Message in a Haunted Mansion is just sticking you in a sandbox without telling you what to do, giving you 0 direction. Whereas Treasure in Royal Tower, it's a better story. You're a little more guided. You
That's
do a
true.
little less shit without knowing why you did it.
But also, hear me out. Lisa isn't in Message in a Haunted Mansion.
True, but Abby and Rose are.
True. I have to get back to my bills, Nancy. I have things to be doing.
Can this hidden room wait? I'm in the middle of paying bills. There's nothing more adult than that.
Obviously. So are we saying that Treasure in Royal Tower is better?
I think I'm saying Treasure in Royal Tower is better.
I think it just has better puzzles as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
I think it just does.
I'm
it has a more cohesive theme to it, I think. That's
it
the
does,
other thing.
yeah. And you understand the story a little bit better, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
There's still some fogginess in regards to Dexter's child life.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, that
It's
makes very little sense, but...
altogether far better than the attempt of a old Western story.
in the middle of San Francisco, That's fine. Whatever, So Treasure Royal Tower. That's what we chose there.
Treasure Royal Tower.
Final Scene versus Secret of the Scarlet Hand is actually kind of hard for me right now. Because since I've replayed it, I like Secret of the Scarlet Hand a lot better now.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Secret of the Scarlet Hand a lot. But, like, I will always be perturbed with it.
I completely understand. I think the reason that I would ever choose Scarlet Hand over Final Scene is that I like the puzzles better in Scarlet Hand.
But it does have some decent puzzles. I think they're a little more rudimentary to me. I don't know. Something about the Final Scene ones. If nothing else, it's a better theme in my opinion. Also, in Final Scene, we know why Nancy's doing what she's doing at all times.
That's
as opposed
true.
To Secret of the Scarlet Hand, where she goes and orders something on the black market and doesn't know why.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I think if we ever get stuck on one, we have 4 categories to really go through. Or let's do 3 instead, 4, because that makes it a tie of plot, puzzles, and aesthetic or ambiance, So I would say Final Scene really wins it out on plot and ambiance.
Yes.
So let's say Final Scene.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake versus Haunted Carousel. That's, again, really, to me, is just no... I don't see a contest here because I just hate the Haunted Carousel so much. So much.
I think my whole thing is just that I know what Haunted Carousel could have been, and so that sort of, taints it for me, and I'm like... But no, if they'd just done this right, then this would be better. It
would be better, but it's not.
I know, but it's like...
It's up there on, atmosphere and ambiance. It goes pretty neck and neck with me for Ghost Dogs, I would say, but I still think that kind of, summery lake feel is better than amusement park, in my opinion, but I don't like amusement parks very much.
Yeah, because I don't know. I like the empty amusement park.
There are too many people in amusement parks, and I don't like that.
Yeah, but we know that there's nobody in this one.
Yeah, but
so that's cool, man. I love it.
And then plot, it's
yeah,
they're both bad plots.
They're both very bad plots.
They're both bad plots.
I guess that the Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake one is at least a more complete plot.
I mean, it doesn't make as much sense. Honestly, the plot in Haunted Carousel makes more sense than the plot in Ghost Dogs.
It does, absolutely.
That's so sad.
But, at least Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, while nonsensical, it is a complete story. You know, everything is... But whereas... The Haunted Carousel, it feels like we're still missing so much when the story's over. It's like,
yeah.
No, there's some stuff in between here that I need to know.
Definitely. God, it's just, whatever. So, but then puzzles. I think that's where we're going to have to, because they've switched off. They're pretty neck and neck. Puzzles. I think the puzzles are better in Ghost Dogs.
Yes. Yeah,
they're more practical in Ghost Dogs as well, because we do lots of things like we fix the spark plug, and we take pictures of birds, and we do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas in Haunted Carousel, we do things like solder things. Solder the entire circuit board shut. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Barnacle Blast is awful.
Fuck Barnacle Blast. Fuck it right in the ass.
So I mean, I think Ghost Dogs wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say Ghost Dogs wins. We'll totally put this out for you guys in later, like on Tumblr and on our website. Just when it's finished.
Yeah.
So this is the really hard one for me. Danger on Deception Island versus Secret of Shadow Ranch.
Oh, shit.
I know! I have an idea of what I think is the winner. What about you, sister?
Oh, shit. I guess.
That's the issue with doing this chronologically. But I know which one I think is the winner.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
I do. I think Secret of Shadow Ranch.
Yeah, it's definitely Secret of Shadow Ranch.
It's,
I want to explain myself here. They both are neck and neck on atmosphere and puzzles. Mm-hmm. They are both fantastic. They both have a couple drawbacks on the puzzles. I will admit. But Danger on Deception Island's plot makes no sense. I love it. I do. I love it for the drama of it all. I really do. Like, don't get me wrong. But it makes no sense.
No.
Secret of Shadow Ranch as a plot is one of the only plots in the Nancy Drew games that actually makes sense the entire way through.
100%.
It's the only game, there's 2 games I rate 14 out of 15 on, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
So, that's, yeah.
Yes.
It's so hard, though.
It's really hard. But no, yeah. It's like what we were talking about for Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake versus Haunted Carousel. One is a complete story, whereas the other one's like, what is happening? What have we missed?
Honestly, yeah.
Who's that? What is those?
Who am I talking to on the phone right now?
Why am I talking to somebody about wood? What do I think this has to do with anything?
I found some driftwood. I think it probably has something to do with Katie's boat, I guess. I don't know. Nancy just calls everyone about driftwood she finds. So.
Yeah, we just don't see that in all the other games.
She never finds driftwood in the other games.
I was going to say, she's always off case when she finds driftwood.
Exactly. The next one, again, I think is pretty fucking easy. Blackmore Manor versus Secret of the Old Clock.
Oh my god, 100%. Secret of the Old Clock, right?
Fuck no. It's Curse of Blackmore Manor. I don't think we even have to really go into why, but I will anyway. Secret of the Old Clock is terrible. It's awful. I hate it. It makes no sense. The puzzles are bad. The design is bad. And the plot, again, as I said, makes no sense. Okay.
It's the bullshittiest of the bullshit.
Yeah. Anything you want to add?
No, that pretty much sums it up. We can, get into stuff about Curse of Blackmore Manor in the next bracket.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, and it's going to be, it gets harder.
Ooh.
Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon versus Danger by Design.
Definitely Last Train to Blue Moon
I
Canyon.
agree.
From the cast being better to the puzzles being
and the
infinitely
atmosphere
better.
Again, every single thing.
Something making
all
sense.
All three. It works on all 3 levels. It's better atmosphere. Mm-hmm. I love the whole train thing, as opposed to the whole Paris thing. They didn't do it well. They did not do it well.
They did not.
They did it so poorly. It just is dank and grimy. They made the entirety of Paris look grimy. Then, puzzle-wise, everything, I hate almost all of the puzzles in Danger by Design.
Yes.
I hate almost all.
Infuriating.
That clock one is just terrible. It's just awful.
Honestly, the clock one was the easiest for me.
There is just so many bad puzzles in that game. I like the cipher.
It's riddled with bad puzzles.
I like the cipher. I know you were maybe having some troubles with it last night. Yeah, but I like doing the whole 380 thing. I like that. I have fun with that. But I'm not dyslexic.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
That's the thing. They did not think about accessibility with some of those puzzles.
Did not.
But I will put that out there.
Yeah.
But, and then just with plot, the last ride of Blue Moon Canyon doesn't make too much sense, but at least they don't be like, oh, yes, it's the war, the war between the French and the German, obviously.
The war.
The war, but where we don't mention anyone other than the
Yeah.
French and the Germans.
Right.
And nothing else happened, right?
Yeah. Right.
No. So, last ride of Blue Moon Canyon, definitely
Absolutely.
wins there. Creature of Kapu Cave versus White Wolf of Icicle Creek.
Huh.
I have a hard time with this one because
Yeah. Those are very mood
on par. They're on par,
Yeah.
kind of. I would say Kapu Cave has the better atmosphere for me. I don't like winter.
Yeah.
So any winter game is gonna lose it on atmosphere for me, to be honest. Whereas puzzle wise, I would say Icicle Creek kind of takes it because I don't have to
Definitely.
sort bug poop.
Trapper Dan was much better.
But puzzle wise, they both fucking suck. Both games have just insufferable puzzles. They're
Yeah.
just awful.
Honestly, what wins it for me is Freddy.
Oh, okay. I know. I completely agree.
Because I'm thinking about it and like they both have really like annoying casts and stuff. But like we got Freddy in Ice. That's good.
Honestly, I agree. I take that. Freddy. Freddy wins it.
Freddy wins it.
Freddy definitely wins it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Okay. This is again a really easy one. Legend of the Crystal Skull versus Phantom of Venice.
Let's see. One we love versus one we absolutely abhor.
Yeah, I've been talking to a lot of people who say Phantom of Venice is like one of their favorite games, and I'm like, why do you hate yourself?
You need to learn to love yourself, okay? Because that's unacceptable.
Why do you hate yourself so much? Like, I truly want to know, because that's not healthy. Just to reiterate, Legend of the Crystal Skull has the ambiance.
Hell yes.
It has. They did Venice bad.
They did.
They didn't show us any of Venice, and what they did show us was just bad.
Whereas you just soaked up the New Orleans vibe.
I mean, I wanted to see more of New Orleans, but
Yeah, it would have been nice.
it was a short game. It's only one
Yeah,
night.
exactly.
It only takes place over a couple hours, so I get it. It has the puzzles because it doesn't have Scopa.
Fuck.
It doesn't have any of that, like that stupid sapphire puzzle, any of that.
Ugh. Hate it.
Yeah.
It does have the Hornets, which is a bit of a drawback.
Yeah. Which is okay
But-
as long as you don't want to do all of the Easter eggs. But we want to do all the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And just plot-wise, Legend of the Crystal Skull has a full plot. And Phantom of Venice, every single time I play it, I'm going, I really, I don't know. I never remember it at the end. I literally do not remember.
Yeah.
By the end of the game. I finish the game, Nancy gives us the rundown of what happened, and then I go,
Huh?
I don't remember. So, I say Legend of the Crystal Skull. And that was just...
Yeah. No duh.
Haunting of Castle Malloy versus Ransom of the Seven Ships.
Okay.
This
Ran-
one's actually... It's almost hard. It's almost hard. If it weren't for the blackface, this would be hard.
If it weren't for the blackface.
And that tells you something. If they didn't put Dwayne Powers in blackface in Ransom of the Seven Ships, I would probably like it better than Haunting of Castle Malloy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. If it weren't for the
Malloy is
racism.
not- I don't know. No, I like Haunting of Castle Malloy a bit. I'm not gonna lie and say it's like my favorite game, but I don't know. It's pretty. It's got a great soundtrack, obviously.
It does. It's got a gorgeous soundtrack.
It has.
They're both on our top 10 soundtrack lists, though, aren't they?
I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah, Haunting of Castle Malloy was haunting but beautiful. Riders with Seven Ships, bang in its own right.
Yep. No, I also just Fiona's story, just kind of.
Yeah, the story.
It's
I
a
think
good
plot
story.
wins it out. Plot definitely wins it out.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
That and
like,
the blackface thing.
yeah, the blackface.
Yeah.
You know, blackface really, really kind of disqualified Ran here.
Yeah.
Sorry, you've been disqualified for racism. Just huge amounts of racism. Not just the little
massive.
amounts of racism in most of the other games. Just huge amounts of racism instead.
Yeah.
Because, goddamn. Because, I mean, if you're looking at it, like, without the racism, if you take out the blackface, they both have good atmospheres.
Yes.
Both of them have terrible puzzles I hate.
Yeah.
Awful puzzles. And they both have plots that, you know, not super great. But you are right that Haunting of Castle Malloy, the plot makes more sense.
Yeah.
So. Waverly Academy versus Trail of the Twister.
That's really easy.
Yeah, no.
'cause-
Yeah, no. I hate Trail of the Twister with a passion. So that's
Yeah.
not even... That's not
There's-
even...
It's in caps on our bracket.
I can't. Trail of the Twister has zero ambiance.
0.
Zero. The puzzles are awful. And the plot is just, it could have been good. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
They made a good plot boring. Whereas Waverly Academy, good ambiance. It's all autumnal. The puzzles, most of them are good.
Mm-hmm.
And the plot could use some work. But we're mostly there.
But yeah.
Next one, Shadow at the Water's Edge versus the Captive Curse.
Sorry,
I mean,
Captive Curse.
yeah.
You were doomed.
No. So Shadow at Water's Edge versus Captive Curse, it's like there's no contest. Shadow at Water's Edge has all the atmosphere, ambiance.
Mm-hmm.
It's all creepy and also like really nice, and it's like they're both nighttime games, but one of them did it well and one of them didn't. One of them gave us this nice peaceful ryokan that also gives like that hint of creepy.
Yeah.
Whereas Captive Curse is like, you know, it's nighttime.
It's creepy.
I know, it's just bad. It's just bad. I'm sorry, they did not do it well. It's just like, yeah, you're in a German house. They didn't even do a German castle correctly. It doesn't even look like a German castle. That's the worst part. It's just like, you're in a house.
There
Have
you go.
fun. You're in a German manor house. Okay.
Oh, all right, man.
Thanks.
Where's everybody else? Shh.
They're inside.
They're hiding behind those closed doors. And they don't want to come out.
Puzzle-wise, Shadow at Water's Edge has so many good puzzles.
Oh,
and
yes.
also some really, really hard puzzles. But
Very
they're not,
hard puzzles.
They're not bad.
No.
Even if they're really hard, they're not bad. Like, other than the Master Sudoku. I'm not going to lie. The big, huge Sudoku.
I'm fine with the Sudoku.
No, thank you. I'm okay with
It's the
nonogram.
runogram that I don't want to do. No.
The nonogram, I'm fine
nonogram.
with. I'm fine with the nonogram. I hate the Sudoku. And that's why
Well,
it's fine
aren't
we
we
play
an
together.
odd couple?
But Captive Curse is just filled with puzzles I just don't like. Stop making me play Raid. Stop making... I don't want to. I never want to play Raid. Never make me play it even once. Please. Please. And then just plot-wise, Shadow at Water's Edge has a plot. The Captive Curse... It's like there's kind of a crime going on.
What are we arresting her for? Walking around in a costume?
It's like, I don't...
We're gonna need something a little more solid than that.
Later she tries to kill us. Like, that's what she gets arrested for. If she hadn't tried to kill us, she wouldn't have really committed a crime.
Well, if we hadn't been pestering her, she wouldn't have had to try to kill us.
Very true. We made her try to kill us.
Yeah.
We, See? That's why I
We
think
were
she should
asking
come back.
for it.
She should be the next Dwayne. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Shouldn't she? I think so. She's way scarier. And she's got the sex appeal.
Tits McGee.
Tits McGee! So, Alibi and Ashes. So, that one was obviously Shadow Water's Edge. That was just really easy. Alibi and Ashes versus Tomb of the Lost Queen.
Tomb of the Lost Queen, I think. Mm-hmm. I think I'll
that one's
always lean
hard.
towards the Egyptology.
I mean, that one's hard for me. I don't... It's hard because they both have kind of bad plots. They both have terrible plots.
No, they're not good plots at all.
I think I will have to say Tomb just because of the atmosphere. It's just a better... I don't like the whole small town thing.
Something that that's true. No, but something that they both do. We get two of the best characters ever from those two games. Because we're introduced to Deirdre in Alibi, and we get Jamila in Tomb of the Lost Queen.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
It's true. Which is hard. But I do have to say that, Tomb of the Lost Queen definitely wins it out.
Definitely.
So we'll say Tomb. Mostly just because the puzzles in Tomb are better. Because
they are.
Alibi and Ashes has some really
shitty it could have been more, but at least it wasn't hot garbage.
I really hate that stupid puzzle at the end where you're going through the tunnels because they act like it's going to be a logic gate.
Yeah.
They act like it's going to be an if then else puzzle and then it's not. And it makes me so angry. I got so angry during my stream. I was gonna throw something and everyone in the chat's like, Risa, it's okay. You just do that and come back in and now you know. And I was like, no! So, Deadly Device versus Ghost of Thornton Hall. I think that one's pretty easy.
Yes, but it makes me... Okay, it's definitely Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Definitely Ghost of Thornton Hall.
It's got a way better plot, and
it has a plot. Deadly Device has a plot. I think what wins it out is, again, it's atmosphere, because the rest of it's all neck and neck to me. Because puzzle-wise, they're both really kind of, in my opinion, they're kind of shitty. They both have that kind of puzzle level that I don't like. The very abstract puzzles. That I'm just like, I don't want to do this. You know how it is. The number puzzles for number puzzles' sake. Kind of stuff. But I think, and the plot, I think they both have okay plots. Ghost of Thornton Hall has a slightly better plot. But it's still not super well thought out.
Yeah, but I think what really is what both of them have going for them is they actually have at least some good characters. I think they're all pretty good, actually.
Ellie's the only one that I'm not.
Yeah, well, she's
just blah. She's just kind of eh. Everyone else has an interesting personality, but she's just kind of eh.
But yeah, because we've got Ryan and we've got Harper.
Yeah.
So do I want to be sad?
But then again, but then again, I also really like Wade. Wade is really good. That's another thing, is there Wade's are more great. Characters I like in that.
While Claire is kind of, blah, she's got a fucking deep-ass backstory that's like, oh.
She does. But yeah, definitely Ghost of Thornton Hall, just because of those aspects. I think. Yeah. But that one's tough. Silent Spy versus the Shattered Medallion. I'm actually going to say the Shattered Medallion for me.
I was like, which one, sister?
I hate the Silent Spy. I really don't like it.
Yeah.
I really dislike the Silent Spy for a lot of reasons. But I think let's take it point by point. Let's see if let's try to be more objective about it.
Okay.
So, let's go with atmosphere. Aesthetic. I say Shattered Medallion because we're in New Zealand and it's very pretty.
Yeah.
As opposed to they didn't give us very good Scotland vibes. I mean, right?
Right.
They just kind of gave us some gray city.
It was like, it could have been anywhere.
And they reused part of the Haunting of Castle Malloy set. The pub.
Yeah. Yeah.
They reused that. So it was just kind of like...
shifted it. Yeah.
So there's that. Puzzles. They both are filled with puzzles I dislike. I will put that out there.
I think once more it comes down to... I'm sorry, did I let you get through your 3 categories?
No. Plot. They both make 0 sense.
They do.
I think technically Silent Spy makes a little more sense. So they're both going... They're both kind of have a point each.
They're both very null and void by the end.
They're
like,
both...
oh, I went to find out who killed my mom. Well, I still only kind of know.
And then you get, like, the things in here that really, like, to me, affect it. Silent Spy, we're learning about her mom that I don't think we need to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of why it's just kind of like, ugh, and irritates me. Shattered Medallion, it's like, it's the Sunny June game, and then they ruined Sunny June. So
like,
it's like...
They retroactively ruined Sunny June.
It kind of did. It's
He's
frustrating.
a lot harder to... It's weird. He's a little more annoying in replays now. It's like, oh, you know?
It's just sad. It's just sad.
It is.
But what were you going to say? When it comes down to...
What it comes down to, for me, again, is cast. And Shattered Medallion has the more endearing cast.
It does. We have Patrick. We have Bess and George there. We have Jamila on the phone. We have Lena. We have... technically, we have Sunny there, I guess. And he's mostly endearing. He is.
He is.
But,
He's disappointing, but he's still endearing.
Yeah. It's true. But, you know. So, yeah. We'll say Shattered Medallion. Controversial move here.
Ooh, a
Very.
controversial move made by the Krolmeister sisters.
Very controversial here. And the last one, Labyrinth of Lies versus Sea of Darkness.
Here's the thing.
You still don't know what Labyrinth of Lies is about, and Sea of Darkness?
I still don't know what
no
either
idea.
of them is about, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, you've played each one once, and you haven't been able to make it through my VODs.
Well, no, and no, because because we went to talk about it, and so I watched your VOD, Sea of Darkness, that is.
Uh-huh.
I watched your VOD. I read the walkthrough just to be sure I knew, like, story points. And I still cannot fucking tell you what happens in that goddamn game.
No. I say Labyrinth of Lies wins. You want to know why? Because the cast is hot.
I was gonna say, because they're prettier.
Because they're prettier, honestly. And because they're in Greece. And because they're all gay. Technically, Sea of Darkness has a canon gay person.
Yes.
Dagny is gay. So that is a point for Sea of Darkness, in my opinion. But Sea of Darkness also has turning on the lighthouse with 2048.
Sister.
It's also in Iceland, which is cold. No thank you.
Yeah, but it means that everybody gets to be dressed up all bundled, and look at Dagny. And she's
It's true. She's adorable. Dagny, double points for Dagny.
Yeah.
But Labyrinth of Lies has Niobe.
That's true.
And we get to see her in 2 outfits. We get to see her as the beautiful Demeter, and we get to see her as an adorable in her, like, 1960s artist wear.
Right.
Like, that is so cute.
It's so cute.
And Grigor.
Yeah,
Grigor, Ariana's favorite.
Yep.
So we're
downfall,
pretty tied
man.
there. We're pretty tied there. Neither of them make any sense.
No.
Really. I actually
The
think
puzzles are not applicable to real life at all.
Oh, absolutely not. The puzzles are terrible. I hate the puzzles so much. flames on the side of my face, especially with Labyrinth of Lies. Want to know why? Actually, I'm going to pick Sea of Darkness just because Labyrinth of Lies has that stupid lighting design shit. You want to know why it's so terrible? They programmed the cues out of order, for one thing. How fucking dare you? You program your cues out of order? What? You're going to be like, yes.
Who does that?
Yes, I'm in the script. I'm going to type in Q1. Yes, and now I'm going to go here. I'm going to type in Q5. What are you doing? What is wrong with you people? This isn't how you do light cues, you stupid fucking idiots.
Let's see.
I hate you.
You know what?
I hate you all. I hate you all so much. This isn't how any of this works.
I really hate the crew on this show. I'm going to design the light cues out of order.
I hate it. Oh, just so everyone knows why I'm being so vehement at this very moment. I used to be a professional lighting technician for the Old Globe Theater in San Diego, which is world famous. So yeah. But it's not even foreshadowing that they weren't actors, because it's like,
Yeah.
it's just stupid, because technically Grigor was an actor and technically Xenia was an actor. They are. Mm-hmm. That was their job. They're just bad at it. And they shouldn't be doing this.
No.
I'm sorry. I got very angry. But I do still like Labyrinth of Lies a little bit better than Sea of Darkness. So I don't know.
It's a happier color palette, honestly.
It is a happier color palette. There's
Yeah.
lots of like nice, like pretty, like burgundies.
Although
and
they
stuff.
both have very nice soundtracks.
They do. They are very nice soundtracks.
Yeah.
Oh, but Sea of Darkness has The Lie I Couldn't Keep. It's a very pretty song.
Yeah. Although a majority of the music in Sea of Darkness is the same song done in different ways 5 times.
That is true.
Yeah.
So what do we say?
I say
Lie or
Labyrinth of
sea?
Lies.
Lie? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So far...
You didn't even have to finish that sentence.
So far, let's look at this. What we have for our next episode, we will be pitting Stay Tuned for Danger against Treasure in Royal Tower. Mm-hmm. We will be pitting Final Scene against Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Secret of Shadow Ranch against Curse of Blackmore Manor. Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon against White Wolf of Icicle Creek. We will be pitting Crystal Skull against Haunting of Castle Malloy. Waverly Academy against Shadow at Water's Edge. Tomb of the Lost Queen against Ghost of Thornton Hall. Shattered Medallion against Labyrinth of Lies. That is not something I would expect to say coming out of my mouth. But join us for that.
Labyrinth of Lies and Shattered Medallion made it out of the first.
I know. I'm so shocked. So join us next time for that. So yeah.
Man.
As a reminder, you can, if you think we're wrong about any of this, you can tell us on any of our social media, on our YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, on our actual website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com. Sister.
And don't forget to review us on iTunes and Google Podcast. Is there something else?
You can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcast. You can help us out by rating and reviewing us. See? I just stole the thing from my other podcast and just said it. As a reminder, you can also subscribe to us on Twitch so you can get access to our cute little wine glass emote during our streams.
Yep.
So, as a reminder, I'm Risa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.